Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Quote for the day is the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. The topic for today's presentation is application of regression model. I am Dr. Aisha Amin, PGR of FCP's Community Medicine at Institute of Public Health, and I will be presenting this under the kind supervision of Professor Dr. Saira Afzal. Learning outline for today's presentation is introduction, importance of regression models, type of regression models, application of regression models, recent advances, and MCQs. Learning objectives. At the end of this presentation, the participants will be able to understand the basic regression models, to understand the application and importance of regression models, and to be able to answer the MCQs. Introduction. What is regression analysis? Regression analysis is a simple statistical method for understanding and quantifying the relationship between two or more variables. A regression model establishes a mathematical function that illustrates the connection between one or more independent variable and a dependent variable. So to be precise, regression analysis help individuals determine how changes in one variable are associated with the changes in another variable. For example, if we take the example of the salary of a person, we know that there will be certain factors who will influence a person's salary. There could be many factors. For example, the level of education of a person, the weekly working hour of the person, or age or the working experience of the person. All of these factors influences a person's salary, and they determine what will be the person's salary. So the variables which we are seeing on the left side of the screen, that is the highest level of education, weekly working hours, for the age, they all are the independent variables, while the salary of the person is the dependent variable because it is depending on all of these factors. So there are multiple factors which are influencing the salary or the dependent variable of that person. So we should know what are the dependent and independent variable. So the variables which we use for prediction are called independent variables, while the variable which we want to infer or predict is called the dependent variable. So in this case, the salary of the person which we want to infer or predict is the dependent variable, while the level of education, the weekly working hours, or the working experience of that person are the independent variables. So the dependent variables, they are also known as response variables, outcome variables, or the target variables, while the independent variables, they are known as predictor variables or input variables. So what is the purpose of regression analysis? There are mainly two main important purposes of the regression analysis. Number one is it measures the influence of one or more variable on the other. Second, it uses for the prediction of one variable by one or more other variable. We will see it in a bit detail. Number one, the first purpose was measure the influence of one or more variable on the other. For example, if you want to see what influences a children's ability to concentrate. So in this case, we want to determine whether there are certain parameters who have the negative or positive effect on the concentration of the child. We are not predicting the children ability to concentrate. We are just focusing on the parameters or the factors that would either have a positive or negative effect on the concentration. We are not predicting or measuring the children ability. So this area, it is a very research based area in which you just measure the influence of one variable or on the other. The second purpose of the regression analysis is the prediction of one variable by one or more other variable. For example, if you want to predict how long does a patient will stay in a hospital. So we know that there would be certain factors like age, reason to stay, and pre-existing condition of that person, which will predict how long that patient will stay in the hospital. And in turn, with the help of this data, we can actually do the bed planning in hospital. So this purpose of prediction, it is a highly application oriented area which focuses on making prediction to enhance the efficiency of the system. So importance of regression models. It is an important tool for modeling and analyzing data. It indicates the significant relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable, and it indicates the strength of impact of multiple independent variable on a dependent variable. Coming to the application of regression model, there are following applications of the regression model in general. We will further discuss the application of each model with its type. The general applications of regression model is they are used in prediction of predict the output, in forecasting the data, in analyzing the time series, and in finding the causal effect dependencies between the variables. So in this presentation, we will be focusing on the types of regression that are mostly used in public health and healthcare system. So regression has basically two broad classifications, that is linear regression and logistic regression. And the linear regression is further classified as simple linear regression and multiple linear regression, while logistic regression is also known as or classified as binary logistic. So what is linear regression? Linear regression is used to study the linear relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables. So we always have one dependent variable, and there can be multiple one or more than one independent variables. So when we plot the regression, it is best studied with the help of a scatter plot. So whenever we draw a scatter plot, the independent variable is always taken on the x-axis, while the dependent variables are taken on the y-axis. Coming to the simple linear regression, simple linear regression is a method which is used to understand the relationship between two variables. Continuing with the first example I gave in my presentation, if we want to understand how simple regression works, so if we study the influence of only single factor, like if we want to know what effect does the year of experience has on the person's salary, then this would be a simple linear regression, because in this case we are focusing only one independent factors, that is the years of experience, to the dependent factor, which is the annual salary. We are focusing only on one independent variable and not more than one. So it could be the years of experience, or it could be the age of the person, or it could be the weekly working hour of the person, or it could be the highest level of the education. Whenever you will uh, study the relationship between a single independent variable with the single dependent variable, it will be a simple linear regression. For example, there is another example to understand simple linear regression. For example, we want to predict the house prices based on the house sizes. So in this case, obviously our independent variable will be house size, and our dependent variable will be house price, because house price is going to be changed with the increase or decrease in the house size. So this is the data where we have the data for house size and house price. So to study the linear regression, we first have to draw the scatter plot. So this is the scatter plot, in which on x-axis we have taken our independent variable, which is the house size, and on the y-axis we have taken our dependent variable, which is the house price. So the formula for studying the linear regression is shown on your screen, which says y is equals to b into x plus a. Y we know is the dependent variable, which is the house price. B and A are the correlation coefficients, and X is the independent variable, which is the house size. So before analyzing or computing the values through this formula, we surely need to know the values of B and A. So what is actually B and A? B is the intercept. Intercept is the point where the linear regression or the line of regression crosses the y-axis. So this red circle shows you the intercept, or B, while the image on the right side is showing you the A. A is basically the angle, and the angle is determined that if you want to know that how much the price will change if the house size is increased by 1 square foot. So the angle that is formed is known as slope, or A. So this is the formula. So if you want to compute the values, so we need to know the values of B and A. So how can we all the data. We can do it manually, as well as the SPSS can do this for us. If you want to do it manually, so B is calculated with the help of this formula, which says R, which is the correlation coefficient, into divided by SY over SX, which is the standard deviation for the Y and standard deviation from of for X. The standard deviations are calculated with the help of this data, where house size is the X and house price is the Y. So by calculating the mean and from mean, we can calculate the standard deviation. And A is calculated by mean of Y minus B into mean of X. So mean is calculated from this data. We can calculate B and A from this data. And for calculating B, we get the value when we put the values for correlation coefficient. The R value is 0.92. The value for standard deviation for Y is 61341.34, and value for standard deviation of X is 518.17. So after all this, we get the value for B as 108.35. And if we want to calculate the value for A, again, the mean for Y is 267,200. X value, the mean for X or the house sizes is 1903.9, and B value for B is 108.35. So we get the value for A is 60919.44. So when we put the values in this formula, Y is equals to Y is equals to B into X plus A. So now you can see on your screen that at the values of X, we have put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So according to this equation, we can see that for every square foot increase in the size of the house price will increase by $108.35. So in this way, we are going to interpret the result. You can see that X value has been changed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And when we'll do the calculation, the house price is going to be increased. And we will say that for every 1 square foot increase in the size of the house price is going to be increased by $108.35. This is how we use it for prediction. So application of linear regression, it is used in determining the health of the length of the hospital stay, for example, based on diagnosis, age, vitals, and initial lab results. So how it benefits us, it helps in hospital bed management and discharge planning. Second, readmission risk. For example, if you want to predict the 30-day readmission rate, so it supports initiatives to reduce the preventable readmission and improve care quality. Medical cost prediction, for example, predict the total charges based on age, diagnosis, length of stay, and type of insurance. So it helps in hospitals and insurers budget and allocate resources more effectively. For epidemiologic surveillance, you can predict the asthma rate based on air pollution levels. So it informs environmental regulations and public health interventions. Vaccination coverage and disease spread. For example, immunization coverage in different regions. So it aids in planning immunization campaign and policy decisions. And public health policy evaluation, it measures the effect. For example, if you want to measure the effect of smoking ban on hospitalization rate of respiratory condition, so it provides evidence to support or revise the public health policies. Coming to the multiple linear regression, it is a method for modeling relationship between variables. Continuing with the same example, in simple linear regression, we were focusing only one independent variable. While in multiple linear regression, we use multiple independent factors such as level of education, weekly working hour, and age, and we then analyzes that how it influences a person's salary. So in this case, there are multiple factors which we are studying at the same time to know how they affect the person's salary. So the equation, it remains same. Instead, there you can see x1, x2 up to xk, x1, x2, x3, they all are replaced by they all show these independent variables, and they are being replaced by value for these variables. And in this way, the prediction for multiple linear regression can be done. And most of the time, these calculations are done by the softwares. So application of multiple linear regression model, disease risk assessment. So there can be multiple variables such as BMI, age, diet, physical activity, blood pressure, and family history. They are used in preventive care planning and patient stratification. modeling disease prevalence, certain socioeconomic status, pollution levels, access to healthcare, and lifestyle factors. They use in designing the targeted interventions and health promotion campaigns, and evaluating public health interventions variables, that is, campaign reach, smoking rates, demographics, and regional factors. So they are used in justifying funding and optimizing program design. The second type is the logistic regression. So logistic regression is used when the dependent variable is binary in nature. In simple linear or multiple linear regression, the dependent variable is always numerical in nature or metric in nature, while in logistic regression, the dependent variable will always be binary in nature, that it always have two outcomes. Either the variable will be true or false. The answer would be yes or no. For example, if you want to see the risk of burnout of persons working in a company, so there would be burnout or there would be no burnout. There will only be two outcomes. Or if you want to see whether the disease is present or not in a certain person, so again there would be only two outcomes. Either the disease would be present or the disease would be absent. So a logistic regression dependent variable will always be binary in nature. There would only be two outcome for that. So the goal of logistic regression is to analyze or estimate the probability of an event. The value ranges for prediction should therefore between 0 and 1. For example, if we want to know the influence of certain factors on particular disease, for example, if we are studying a lung disease and we want to know the factors such as age, gender, and smoking, how it affects a person to have disease or not have disease. So there would only be two possibilities. Either the person would have disease due to these factors, or the person would not have disease due to these factors. If the person has the disease, the probability of that event would be 1. As we have already studied this in the presentation of probability. And if the person has no disease, so the probability of that event is 0. The logistic regression is better understand with the help of a sigmoid curve or sigmoid function. Again, the independent variables are taken on the x-axis and the dependent variables are taken on the y-axis. An outcome is always represented by either 0, in which the outcome variable will not be present, or 1, in which the outcome variable will be present. So the graph we obtained by plotting this is usually a S-shaped curve, which is also known as sigmoid curve. And the probability of outcome is between 0 to 1. So application of logistic regression, it is mainly used in survival analysis. For example, is estimating whether a patient will survive past a certain time after treatment. For example, predicting a 30-day mortality after heart surgery or any disease diagnosis, predicting whether a patient has a specific disease, e.g. diabetes or heart disease. For example, logistic regression can model the probability of having diabetes based on feature like BMI, blood sugar level, age, etc. And vaccination effectiveness for modeling whether vaccinated individuals are less likely to contract a disease. So application, it is used in evaluating the flu vaccine effectiveness each year. So coming to the recent updates, this is the article which says that the advancement in early detection of lung cancer in public health, a comprehensive study utilizing machine learning algorithms and predictive model. Lung cancer stands as the leading cause of death in the United States, attributed to factors such as spontaneous growth of malignant tumor in the lung that can metastasize to other part of the body, posing severe threats. Notably, smoking emerges as a predominant external factor contributing to the lung problem and ultimately leading to the cancer. Nevertheless, early detection presents a pivotal strategy for preventing this lethal disease. Leveraging machine learning, we aspire to develop robust algorithm capable to predict lung cancer at its nascent state. Such a model could prove instrumental in aiding physicians in making informed decisions about the diagnostic processes, determining whether a patient necessitates an intensive or standard level of diagnosis. So our goal is to establish a sustainable model that accurately predict the disease, and our finding reveals. So in this study, they basically studies the effect of AI-based deep learning models with the traditional models. So they find out that the XGBoost outperformed most models, achieving an impressive accuracy of 96.92. And there were certain other models like Light, GBM, AdaBoost, and logistic regression and superior vector machine. So in this study, you can see that logistic regression is used for a prediction of or early detection of lung cancer, whether the person would have the disease or not at very early stage. Coming to the multiple choice question, the first question is a retail company wants to predict future sales rate based on advertising spent across different channels, that is TV, radio, and online. Which regression technique is most appropriate? A, logistic regression, B, multiple linear regression, C, ridge regression, D, time series forecasting, E, simple linear regression.
Simple linear.
No,
E.
no, the answer is B, because we can see that there are multiple different channels, that is TV, radio, and online. They are all independent, and we want to predict the future sale, which is the dependent factor. So this, in this case, multiple linear regression would be applied. The second MCQ, what is the primary purpose of applying a regression model in data analysis? A, to reduce the number of variables. B, to identify the hidden pattern using clustering. C, to predict the value of a dependent variable based on independent variable. D, to visualize the categorical data. E, to assess data normality.
C. C.
Yes, C is the right answer. The third MCQ is, what is the main difference between linear regression and logistic regression? A, logistic regression use multiple independent variables. B, linear regression predicts continuous variable, while logistic regression predicts probabilities or categories. C, logistic regression use polynomial features by default. D, linear regression works only with time series data. E, logistic regression requires fewer data points.
B. C. B.
No, B is the right answer.